Hello again, this is Fat Chicago
And Terl.
with Super Clancy Brothers. We're back on our Let's Play of Master of Magic. Terl is playing. He said he's going to beat the game in like 2 or 3 turns from now, I think, because he's a cheater and he just cheats. He's just a terrible, terrible person. So I'll let him get back into it.
All right. So he is correct. I have pretty much almost won. We're just doing all of the necessary, boring finding things first, and then once.
And so you can.
See, this is how you know it's impossible. A lot of times you don't even see great drakes on this plane. That is an impossible monster. It's crazy.
Is that the one that turns you to stone and fucks you up?
He fucks you up. I don't think he turns you to stone. He just, you'll see. I will have to take him on eventually, but see, that thing that I just skipped there was a notification that's letting me know that my my town has grown another 1,000 people.
Shadow demons.
This is all good information for me to know because most of these things I can take right now. I know that, which is good to know. It gives me targets to go after to help power up my person when he gets here. So we should check and see how that's going.
3.
Ooh, he is coming, guys.
Zombies. Those are easy, right?
Those are pretty easy.
But usually they'll have like a whole stack of them.
Yeah.
How many units can you have in a stack on this game?
9.
9.
Game over.
Game over.
Game over. This guy. So this is Lord Kenshiro, and the reason I first started calling him this, as Fat Chicago was just discussing, you can have, I believe, 9 people lined up, or maybe 8. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. I just need one. He is a one-man army.
Wow.
And in the anime, that's how he was. I mean, he'd just go through and he'd touch people and they'd die. So that's where I came up with the name, because this guy is so incredibly powerful. But not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. So.
Can you summon another one?
No.
Okay.
There's only one.
Gotcha.
There is only one. It's much like the Highlander.
Yeah.
So this is my unit spell. So there are different types of spells. When I got my Superman, that was a summoning. These are all creatures or people or whatever that you can, units that you can create and take. Enchantments or overland enchantments, like this one gives you, I believe it's fame, which fame has to do with when people will try and sell you stuff, or will try and sell themselves as heroes, and the prices and the quality goes up the more fame you have. The diplomatic relations you have with other wizards is affected by your fame. There's lots of stuff. So those affect everything, and then unit spells are spells that you can inflict on individual units to power them up. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. Now, I don't have enough mana to do this, and this is where this game gets tricky and becomes a bit of a balancing act early game, because at early game you just don't have any money and you don't have any mana. So what I just did there was alchemy, and I took the gold that I had and turned it into mana to help boost the time that, or help decrease the time it's going to take for me to get that spell ready for him, because I don't want him doing any fighting until I do that spell, and I will show you why it will make a lot of sense. So, and in addition to this, if you remember, at one time I did have 13 mana at at every turn, because I was putting all my mana, and you can see that it's still in here. Some spells, in fact most spells that are permanent or recurring, like summons, have an upkeep cost. This is the downside to this guy, but we'll get around that. The nice thing about this guy is that for whatever reason, I don't know if it's a bug in the game, he's never disbanded. If you run out of mana, like any spells or whatever that are associated with him get stripped away, but he does not get disbanded. It's weird.
Yeah, he doesn't.
He should.
Disappear. Yeah,
but it's because he's Lord Kenshiro. So
he's like, I don't need any money. I just do it for the fun of it.
That's right.
Just to make people's heads explode.
Yep.
That's my only payment I need.
That is his only payment, and that's the only payment he needs. So, I have to sit here and let us get some mana before he can be usable. And the reason is because he is a caster. And that is a very special type of unit. Now, we've got spells here that we can use, but we as a wizard, when we get into combat, we as a wizard can also cast spells. There are special types of units that have their own pool of mana that refills for every battle, and they can cast whatever the wizard knows they can cast. And Lord Kenshiro is a caster, and he's awesome. So, once I get the spell that I'm casting on him, Heroism, it boosts him 2 levels. And each level he gains awesome abilities. So getting him up 2 levels early is a huge boon.
Yeah, especially in the early game when nobody else is veteran or higher or anything like that.
Correct.
We still haven't seen any other players or monsters running around, which is kind of odd. I remember playing.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's good. Remember playing, and Terl was saying, there'd be a couple games where your first city gets attacked within like 10 turns, and it's like, oh, time to quit and play again.
Yes, and that was the point that I was saying that I could lose, is if like a raider showed up while I had all my guys out scouting, and he hadn't showed up yet. I could have easily lost, and I've lost many games doing that because you just...
If you patrol the guy, will it save you on mana or gold?
No.
Okay.
No.
I know it saves you on gold when you're with regular units.
So, here we go.
Oh, boy.
So, now...
I'll listen to that music.
He's
That's
powerful.
Awesome.
He's basically invincible. Now, this is a reaction. Like, I don't even mean to do this. This game... you can cheat real easy. And it's a mechanic of the game. I don't really consider this cheating. I'm going to save the game. I'm going to have the battle. And if I lose, I'm going to reload my save point. And that's just how you do it.
Oh, all right.
That is...
I told you he was a damn cheater. Cheating motherfucker.
Yep. So here we go.
If you lose this, you should not reload the game.
Yeah, I won't. Don't worry. Okay, cool. So,
10 gold.
So, you start out slow, but you gotta get in there. So as you can see, the upkeep cost, I'm now losing mana, and this is where the game really turns into a balancing act, because I have little mana, little gold, and one of the attributes you can get as a wizard is the ability to be a better alchemist, so that I could take 12 gold pieces and turn it into 12 mana pieces. I don't have that, so I turn 12 gold pieces into 6 mana pieces.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, but it's all I need right now to continue on, because like I said, he won't disappear. Now, typically, if you run out of mana pieces and you still have like a -1, when you hit next turn, it's gonna disband everything that has an upkeep cost. It won't disband him, but it will take the heroism spell off of him. So, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna
So
go
he'll drop
through
back
here.
down.
Yeah, he'll drop back down. Now, the heroism spell is a really cool spell too, because he's already, 1 level, or he's no levels or whatever. This gets him up to level 3. Now, he's also at this time still gaining experience. And when he gains enough experience that he'd have that level, the spell is automatically disbanded,
Oh, cool.
and you don't have to pay the upkeep cost for it. So,
and then you can just recast it and get them all up again.
correct. Ooh.
Oh, that's another wizard.
So, we have found another wizard, and we know this because we have another unit here, and it's red. If it's a color, red, purple,
Yellow,
green, blue, I am. But if it's one of those, then we know it's another wizard. If it's brown, it's lawless raiders or monsters. So now, when we go back into our magic meter, we see that we have a new wizard over here. Lopan, and we can right click on him and get all of his information. He's got some attributes, so you can see, unlike me, he's got mixture of books, and he's got chaos mastery, which means that his chaos spells that he has, which all of these red things are books, so he's mainly a chaos wizard, are pretty powerful. And he's got channeler, which means that he casts spells like he's at his. When you're attacked on your home front, you get more skill, and it's really you're set up in better as the defender magic wise. So he is now the defender wherever he goes, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna leave him alone for now. He'll probably end up attacking that guy next turn just automatically and may kill him. I'm gonna try and run. I don't really care about him right now. Now that I know that this guy's here,
Open up the stack, see how many units they have.
Oh yeah, hellhounds.
Okay,
just 2. So my plan right now is to go after these.
Yeah.
These guys right here are called nodes, and nodes are very, very important to my path for victory. Unlike these other little things, once you defeat them, they stay there, and then you can move a creature on there that will then channel that power. This thing generates power and sends it back to you as mana.
I did not know that. That's the.
You didn't.
I didn't know that.
What?
I was always.
Yeah.
And
see, like I said, he's gonna do this, so I'm gonna try and flee because I don't want to fight him.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter because I lost him. But again, I don't really care at this point. These guys right now are just scouts.
Yeah.
I want them to just to reveal what's on the map and then let my guy go for it.
More save scumming.
More save scumming.
Terl.
But I don't think I need it.
You might need it.
You think I need it?
You don't need it?
Well, let's see. I may just for fun try. So here's another thing about a node is that they have this, and you can get an attribute that stops this too. And this is the attribute that I always hope to find, because you can also find attributes from defeating high level things. That lets you use magic at nodes. Without that, most of your spells get canceled.
They get fizzled.
So there you go. Tried to do it, it didn't work. I don't really think I need it. Pretty sure I don't, but I'm just, why not?
Okay.
So I was letting him do it, so as you can see, my mana did not go down.
Okay. He's taking damage, but not much.
Yeah, not much. It's because I haven't pumped him up with magic yet.
Oh, I love that.
Oh, and I got an axe. So now he's even more powerful than he was before. Now, immediately, since I beat that, I need to go over here, and I need to summon a guardian spirit.
And just put him on that?
Put him on there.
Can you just get like a swordsman or something and put on there?
Nope. It's got to be either a... So if you have life... You've got guardian spirits, which I think are more powerful than magic spirits, but everybody has magic spirits, and they do the same thing. So, everybody will get a chance to see. So now, other wizards will send their scum guardians to steal your ill-gotten gains. So I will leave him on there until I find a place, until I get the... Actually, you know what? I'm going to trade him out. So, I'm going to let this guy do this. And then he can travel around. As you can see, he's still hurt. He will slowly get better. If you park him in the city, he gets better a lot faster. Farmer's Market, 3 food. And as you get more units, you need food. And 30 people per turn. So as you can see, once I get that, I will be having almost a... It was more... These guys right here are protesting because they're dicks.
They're assholes.
And so one of the buildings you can get right here is a shrine, and it will lower your unrest level. You can also reduce taxes, but I need the money, guys. I don't think so. So I'm just going to patrol this guy here and let him sit and protect me.
And one thing you can do, just go back to the city, you can change the, I don't know if you have enough people to do it, but you can change the farmers into production.
Right.
Because there's no point in having positive food. It doesn't get stored.
Correct. You just have to, like, it's also production, so you got to look down here, and it's a balancing act, because you see, if I do all this, I think I get more money. I get more money, but if I do this, I get less money, but I build stuff a lot faster.
Yeah, I see.
Which is what I typically like to do. And if you let it go to negative food and you hit next turn, people start dying. You don't want to do that.
Yeah,
so you definitely want to make that balance out. Okay, so I'm going to let him continue to scout. And I think we're going...
Have you checked that note up there?
Oh, it's I need magic.
Gotcha.
In the next episode, we are going to take this note out.
All right, that sounds
All right.
good.
Thanks for watching.
See you next time.